So I've heard a bunch of times like people in college saying like, "Oh, I don't know how to study for this test." Like the tests that the professor gives are not what the study material he gives, and like how frustrating that is because you kind of expect like them to have this one-to-one correlation. And I was thinking about like life is a lot like that though, and in some ways, preparing for a test that you're not exactly sure on what will be on it is exactly what life throws at you. Like you don't know exactly what you're gonna need to get a job, or to be the best boyfriend or girlfriend for somebody, or how to be the best like at your hobbies, or like what you're competing against in any particular market. Like you don't know what you're going to be up against until you're there, and you kind of got to prepare for those tests before you get there. And learning how to study for that particular professor's test is such a fantastic skill that we need to learn, because like a lot of people say like, hey, this is what I want you, they'll give you like what they say the game is. They like say like, all right, this is how you be attractive, this is how you be an attractive male, these are the criteria for it. Like that might be what people say the game is, but it's rarely that simple, or often the rules of the game are completely different than what people say they are. And so changing our mentality about like trying to go into things and completely understanding them and expecting to have the study guide before we enter a test. There's a couple of things in life that I guess you could get pretty close to that, but that's a very limiting way to live. And it's how much more freeing would be to open up an opportunity to be like, I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to face in this conflict, in this test, and whatever the market will want from me. I'm going to prepare for whatever I think it can be, and I'm going to be willing to fail, and so that next time I will be able to better prepare for that test. But where school falls short, I think, is that a lot of these tests you can't take again, and so we just grow used to the mindset like I have to get this right on the first time. And a lot of tests in life, like I think there's a way you can develop that skill so you're better at like landing it the first time. But to get better at landing the first time, you got to fail a bunch of times. And if we can practice in our lives, for instance, in our fitness, like sign up for a freaking competition, sign up for a run, sign up for something where you're going to be tested and you're going to know yourself better after that. And you may very well fail, but like that's okay. Like the things that you'll gain from that failure are incomparable. There's knowing your own status and knowing your own position and knowing your own inadequacy in a particular thing is invaluable data. Because if you think you're a level 30 and you're actually a level 3, you're never gonna get to level 31. You're gonna be frustrated. You're never actually gonna progress. And you're going to maintain the state of delusion and frustration, and that's going to have a lot of negative consequences. Then, if you could do the short-term, barely with the short-term pain of seeing that, hey, I'm a level 3, and I don't want to be, but this is where I am, so I need to focus on becoming a level 4. That means 10 years down the road, or however many times, you will get to level 31, while the other guy will never reach it. And getting in the practice of having tests in our lives that give us the ability to see ourselves as we really are in whatever the thing is. Because there's so many things where you can actually test these things and you can fail it and it doesn't matter. You're just going to feel like bummed for a minute. But it comes down to the question of like, would you rather see yourself as you really are, even if it's lesser than you really are? Or would you rather have the benefit and pleasure of seeing yourself as better than you are? I'm not sure yet, because I'm not strong enough to accept some of it, but like I'm getting towards it. All right, later.